Hey guys, how are you? I hope everybody is doing well today. Welcome back to another video. What I really wanted to do today was make some hair clips. Okay, my hair is growing out and I wanted to put stuff in it. So I figured I'll make some hair clips from none other than my favorite game, obviously, Animal Crossing. Duh. I honestly don't have that many hair clips. I have Miss Keromi here. She has a matching my melody. Look at their freaking eyeballs. Keromi here in, I don't know, confetti clip. And then these Keromi clips. Do you hear that? It sounds dangerous. And it is. It will literally rip the ever-living life out of your hair. I mean, I do wear these a lot because they're really cute, but they do cause me pain, physical and emotional. And then I have some lacy ribbons. They're super cute. And then my beloved cinnamon roll clips. I keep wanting to call cinnamon roll a cutie patootie big booty, not big booty. What the heck? Other than that, I have these hair clips. Honestly, you can see like a hair sticking out of this one because literally this one also pulls my hair out. But it's like makeup clips. I kind of don't like them. They're also rusting. So, you know, it's time I get some new clips in my collection. That's why I am super inspired to make hair clips because it's like functional and I'm hoping it's also not super hard. So it's like a good starting off project. And also, they're super cute. I always wear this one clip in Animal Crossing, arguably the most basic clip, but it's so cute, so adorable. I have to make that in real life so I can wear it in real life. And also I want to make the keroppi. It's a really long name actually, but I'm gonna call them keroppi pins. I want to make a star pin just because I figured it'd be easy. And then the last one is actually just the nook leaf, the item leaf, the furniture item leaf, because it's iconic. I mean, there's not really a clip like that in Animal Crossing, but there can be in real life, okay? That's the great thing about real life. You can make whatever you want. I just want to say that I'm not an expert, so don't expect things to go smoothly here. I will try my best to tell you what I'm doing, but if you find a better way to do it, in fact, actually you should let me know so I know for next time. Without further dilly-dallying, let's just dive right in. I'm using a little bit of fabric. You can use whatever you want, whatever your little teeny tiny heart desires. Rest in peace, Joanne. But look at my fabric collection. Adorable. I also have some fabric scraps here, just like random stuff. And here as well. Look, I tried to make top nook, but this was like one of my first sewing projects. I think I was trying to do applique, but I didn't know what I was doing at the time, so I was just sewing fabric to fabric. But it's not horrible. I was thinking I could put it on top of a t-shirt or something. Anyways, random. And then I also have some felt here because I've seen people use felt for hair clips. I have it just in case because it doesn't fray. Honestly, if you don't have fabric, just use felt. And I'm gonna sew everything together, but you can definitely glue it together too. That should definitely work. And it's on your hair, so it doesn't have to be super duper secure. You know what I mean? So yeah, but since I have a beautiful sewing machine now, she doesn't turn on. She unplugged herself, so that's super great. But she's so beautiful. But before I get carried away, let me show you my hair clips. Gorgeous. So these clips are actually, when I bought them, they were marketed as binding clips, but they kind of just look like regular hair clips. So that's what I'm going to use them as, but I did get them from Wayback, which is like a sewing or like a crafty sewing place. So if they look a little weird, that's why. And last but not least, I have some gorgeous buttons. Oh, one tried to get away from me. I will definitely be using those. Nothing tickles my fancy more than buttons. I don't know. I'm turning into an old lady. I love buttons. I got a shit ton of buttons before the terrorists hit, thank God. So shout out to past me for being impulsive and buying a bunch of buttons because I think I'm set for like at least like a few months. So yeah. Anyways, and yeah, that's honestly it. You can use some hot glue or super glue to stick these onto clips. You can use bobby pins. Just use whatever you have around your house, okay? Great. Okay, so I'm starting off with the star pin. I figured that would be the easiest. I'm basically gonna wrap fabric around this. I'm gonna use this scrap fabric that I have. I have 2 of them, so I think this should be more than enough. And I'm also gonna use a little bit of felt, and I wanna use it as like backing. So I'm gonna outline this real quick. I'm gonna clean up the edges, like fold them down and do a straight line stitch here. I think I'm overcomplicating it, but YOLO. I'm gonna erase the lines. I'm gonna flip her inside out. I poked a hole in it. What the hell? I guess the tip of the knitting needle is too sharp. I mean, it has a little teeny tiny hole in it, but I don't think it's the end of the world. It's gonna be on the bottom anyways. I'm gonna put the clip through it like this. I got the pin in there finally and a little bit of felt backing, so it gives it like a smoother appearance. And then I'm gonna do like a gather stitch over here. Haha, it's a little hat. Oh my god, this took 6 minutes, that's crazy. Alrighty, I have the pin and I think it looks really adorable. Honestly, I think it turned out way better than I was expecting. And I want to make the star, and since I really like the shape of the star, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone and literally trace it. Just the composition of the star is elite, okay? Wow. Alrighty, now for the fun part. I have to take a fabric, like a yellow fabric. So actually I can't decide between this fabric or this fabric. They're both yellow, but one's more of a cream color and the other one's more like a bright yellow. I think I'm gonna just go with this one because it's like a safe option. I'm gonna cut out 2 of these pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and sew these right sides together, remove the markings, and then stuff it, and then attach it to the clip. So kind of looks like a teeny tiny star, but this is super cute. I might make another hair clip with this. Look at how cute this turned out. I mean, I did rip it a little bit, so I'm gonna stuff this and then sew it up and clean it up a little bit, but I think it's adorable. I didn't think it would turn out this well, no offense to me. This is the clip I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna attach this on top. How cute that is. Day 2. Okay, I couldn't finish all the clips in one day. Shocker. Yeah, I thought I could, but I was being a little too over ambitious. So let's just pick up where we left off. I want to do the flower clip and the keroppi pin. The kerokerokeroppi pin. I forget what it's called, but it's long and obnoxious. So for the flower pin, I think I was struggling a little bit because I don't know how to make it look not horrible. I'm thinking I'm gonna just sew a line like straight across and then kind of move them to the center, but also I think it's gonna be humongous, so I don't know how this is gonna work if I'm being honest. I was trying to to brainstorm like more ways I could make the flower pin, and I have come up with one more method to make the flower pin, so we can also try that out today and see which one looks better. Oh, I keep stabbing myself. Okay, this is what I have so far, and the pins are like down here, so I'm gonna stitch on top of it. That way the flower is a little bit smaller. I'm gonna try to turn it into something like this now. Like connect the ends together, so it looks like that. I think that's actually cute, but it's a little too big. Bigger than what I imagined, I guess. I think it's adorable. Maybe I should hand stitch this, honestly. It's cute! Also, if I could go back in time, I would not use the black thread. And over here, I cut into this petal a little too much. I feel like it's too big, but it's kind of cute. For the center, I was thinking like a humongous button, like this would be adorable. This is actually like a pop socket that I want to use for my phone later, but I really do like this size. I guess we have to do yellow, right? But this one's a little too small. Actually, I think I'm gonna use this pink one. I'm gonna wrap it in like a yellow fabric, perhaps. And hopefully that'll cover that, and then I can just... Honestly, I can just seam rip that because it's bothering me. I'm trying to see if a white color would look cuter in the middle, which I think it does. Actually, no. Or yellow. I think I'm gonna go with yellow because it's more accurate to the game anyways. I'm gonna use like a random scrap piece I have for the back because I feel like it's the perfect size. Nice. And I'm gonna cut these out and then sew them a little bit and then put the button in and then sew the rest of it closed. Nice. I lost this, but it was just hanging on the sewing machine. Anyways. I'm gonna close this up here with the button in sight. I made a gather stitch here on the top fabric, and then for the bottom fabric, since it's like a little bit longer than the button, I'm just like folding it and then stitching it. I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but it's working right now. My hands are cramping, I'm not gonna lie. Alrighty, I'm done with the circle. I think it looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's something. Now to sew it here. Oh, that's adorable. And I'm gonna put it on this pin like that. I think that's cute. It's gonna look humongous though, but maybe it'll look cute. I hope so. I'm gonna get some embroidery thread. I don't know. Also, I kind of want to put like a piece of fabric underneath it because I hate this part. So I'm also gonna do that. Guess I'll use this. Okay, I think the flower is done. Time to attach it to this pin. The pins I use have like a little hole in the top, so I just use that and I put my needle through it, like this hole. I don't know what it's for, but that's how I'm securing the thingies on the clips. Look, it's done. It's a little rough around the edges, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And it's a Ginormous. It's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy, but what do we think? There is another way that I was thinking of making this. Okay, look, so I have these clips, right? And they have rust on them, and so I was thinking of just taking this off because it's rusty anyway. And I was thinking about cutting some fabric out, cutting it out and sewing it, you know, basically like what I did with the button. So I'm also gonna do that. I feel like that would be more accurate. So, and like if you don't have this exact clip, you can definitely just cut it out from cardboard like this shape, and that should work really well too. I couldn't even glue it. I want to be extra and sew it. I need a button between these two, preferably yellow. I like this one, but it's transparent. Oh, this is cute. I like this button. Oops. It's so much better. I don't know. And it was kind of easier, so I can make this probably in other colors as well. Alrighty guys, now for the fun part, or the hard part, I'm not sure. I'm gonna make the keroppi pins. I need to look up what they're called, but I have this white fabric that I'm gonna use for the ghost keroppi. And then for the snail, I'm using these two, okay? I figured that's the best choice because I don't really have any more blue fabric besides this. This is the closest blue I have to it, but the pattern on it is humongous. So I don't know how it's gonna look, but I also think it's adorable. Like, it's a bug pattern for a bug clip. Like, it makes sense kind of. Snails are bugs, right? I think they're bugs. I'm gonna take some stuffing like so. Hopefully it doesn't look too lumpy. And then I'm gonna put it, can't see what I'm doing. I'm gonna find a little spot to put it in, such as this. And then I'm gonna just, is this the right way to do it? Or should I just like sew a little circle moment? I'm not sure. I'm never sure about anything, honestly. Do you see the vision? I think it's there. It just needs to not be so wrinkly. And I don't know how to do that. Okay, this is what I have so far. Let's see if it works. I'm gonna sew it together and stuff it. And this is the little bow. And we'll see how it goes, okay? Is it too big? Be honest. I feel like it's accurate though. I feel like it's too big. Okay, so this is what I was able to get done last night. The shell and the little body. And I just have to cut out the eyeballs and the little face, which looks very questionable. I felt like it was right to point it out. Can you believe when I started sewing, I didn't know how to sew like curves. I had to watch a whole tutorial on how to sew curves because I just didn't get it. But now my curves are getting pretty good, aren't they? Except this part, I messed up a little bit, but it's okay. I like fixed it. I'm gonna embroider the little smiley face here on this and then the little eyeballs on this. And then I'm just gonna stuff it and then hand sew everything together. I don't have a black embroidery thread. I'm gonna use gray. Is this giving? How's this? Is it too vague? Be honest. I also messed up because the back side, like, I love how the stitching looks here, but then for the front, it looks horrible. And then the top, I should have used white thread. What was I thinking? I used black thread. You can kind of see it, but honestly, front right, it's not horrible. It is the next day. Okay, I couldn't figure this out last night, but I'm sewing the ghost again because I just don't like this. I just didn't like the workmanship on the bow. In the next version, I'm making it out of one piece of fabric. Now I just gotta stuff this, and for the face, instead of embroidering it, I figured I should just use felt. I have a bunch of black felt and I'll just cut out the pieces and glue them on or stitch them on, so that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, I have this like fabric glue. I'm gonna use that to stick the face pieces on and then sew them because I'm extra like that. Also, the felt is very like, I don't know what to call this, hairy. And that's super annoying to deal with. And fabric frays, so I feel like each thing has like a special issue that I have to deal with, so it is what it is. Oh my god, where's my other needle? It was on my macaroon. Hold on, pause. It was just on the floor. How's this? I feel like it's way too long. I'm gonna take some off the neck somehow. We'll figure it out. Look, this is the snail guy. He's a little warped. I think it's cute. What are your thoughts? It doesn't look accurate, but it's the thought that counts, right? I feel like the clip is a lot longer in the actual game. And I don't know why the lights are off in my freaking Animal Crossing right now. But I didn't want it to look costumey, so I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. What are your thoughts? Also, the eyes are bothering me. They're not fully round, but it's okay. What can you do? I'm just a girl. These two pins honestly have been kicking my ass. They are so hard to make. I'm still working on these keroppi pins. They are taking so long. Okay, and full disclosure, I've tried making these like 3 times already and they all ended up horrible. So I'm gonna spare you. I'm not even gonna bother showing you what, actually maybe I'll show you the process. The kerokerokeroppi pins are kicking my ass. That's not that funny. Anyways, please laugh. I have the pieces cut out from fabric, and for the eyeballs, this is where my trial and error came into play. For the first version, I actually embroidered the eyes on. Did not look great, honestly, because I'm not that good at embroidering. For the second version, I tried to use like fabric or felt and I just sewed it in, but it's like, I don't know, like it's spreading, and also she looks really sad. Her face isn't even curved properly. I don't know how to freaking sew circles. I'm using this scrap piece of leather I have, and as you can see, it's not fraying and it doesn't leave like a little residue, so I think this would be perfect. Maybe I should stitch it first and then find out what size is right, because I feel like right now it doesn't make sense. So actually I'm gonna start with the ghost keroppi pin. I don't know their proper names. I should find out, huh? Fine. Okay, so I just looked it up. This guy, Mr. Ghost here, is teru. It is a ghost. It's like a charm to wish for good weather, I think. And then Mr. Snail is called Den. Teru Den. In case you didn't know, now you know, okay? Actually, instead of this shape, let's try to change it to like this, like a concave shape. That way, when I sew, I'll sew this to this. Let me try to pin this and see how that looks. It's all about trial and error with sewing, okay? A lot of error, lots of trials. This is so hard to pin. How do I do this? Nice. I don't know, we have something like this right now. Like, look, that looks cute, I think. Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that the face kind of turns into a circle here, but I think I'm gonna do this and hope that it works out. Also, my ironing board is under construction right now, so I'm just ironing on my cutting mat, but it's okay. This moment of truth, let's flip her out. Okay, wow, this looks not horrible. Whoa, these are gonna be humongous. Bro, he looks horrifying. Obviously, I'm gonna cut these down when we have more of like a solid shape. I'm gonna figure out the batting situation and also sew this real quick. How does this even happen? Okay, so I redid the bow and I think it looks a lot better because this is what I was working with before. Huh? I'm done. Look how cute it is. Now I am gonna sew this and this together and also gonna put this, which side? I think it's this side. So for the batting, since I don't want to lose track of like this outline, and it's really hard to draw on batting, so I'm just gonna put right sides together, both of the battings on one side, and then when I flip it, it'll do the same thing. I think so. I don't know if that's smart or if it's stupid. Let me know. I pinned him or her, I don't know, and now I'm gonna stitch it. I forgot this. Ugh. I put the freaking bow on the wrong side. I'm gonna seam rip and try again. And also for my old version, I'm gonna use the legs. And I wanna combine the legs like this, so it's more accurate to how it is in the game. The bottom looks like a tooth. I can't even remember what day we're on, okay? I only have 30 more minutes left on my SD card to record this. Okay, so today we are getting done with it. Okay, this girl is kicking my ass. Look at how many times I made her. Attempt number 1, attempt number 2, attempt number 3, And we're technically on attempt number 4 or 5 right now, so it's turning out a lot better. I think some things that I did differently is I added a strip between the front and back panel, so the circle is giving more, but I don't know why there's like a lump here, so I'm gonna try to fix that. And in the back, I got frustrated, so I just cut it open because the pin, I figured the pin's gonna be here anyways, so like it doesn't matter if it's cut open. And then I have extra bottom pieces for my past attempt, so I'm just gonna attach another one back here so that way it's kind of like more round and stuff. And yeah, that's really all I have to do. Den is done already. I really think it's cute. It's just the eyes aren't circular, which is annoying. So I do have like other like another version of it cut out, which I might get around to if I have the time today. So spoiler alert, this is what they look like. I was actually gonna just end the video off with just showing the process of making these, but I hate them and I know that I probably would not wear them after this video. I mean, from far away you probably can't see how horrible they are, but I am gonna try to redeem myself, okay? Because I have the pattern down already. I worked out the kinks and everything, so hopefully, fingers crossed, this time around it'll be smooth sailing. I already have the pieces cut out. Let me show you the pieces so you can attempt this at home, although I don't recommend it, okay? You're gonna drive yourself crazy. For teru, this is the headpiece, front and back, and then a strip to go around it, like on the perimeter of the head, okay? And then we have the chicken hat, and then for the legs, it's a series of 2 flaps, okay? And then there's like nothing in the middle. Those are the pieces for teru. And then for den, I don't hate this, but I just feel like the eyes not being circular kind of takes away the illusion that it's a snail. But I was actually kind of happy with this. But for him, we have the eyepieces that are like this, and then the shell, which is just a circle that I might embroider on, and then this butt-shaped piece that's gonna be this face part. It's gonna go like that, and then the snail part, and then I have this long piece of leather, like fake leather, real leather, I don't know. I cut off something I thrifted. It was like a leather skirt, and as you can see, the edges are not fraying, so I'm gonna use this for the eyeballs. And also for these little antenna things, I figured I can also make them from like extra leather or even like a ribbon or something. And now all I have to do is just sew. So yeah. I think this is enough pins. These are the 2 little leg pieces. I'm gonna sew them from the sides, and this is the back of the head and the little bow thing. And I think it's finally time to attach the main head, and I'm gonna cut out the leather eyes and smile now, just because I have a better idea of the size of the face. I'm gonna use this as a reference. This is a surgical procedure, okay? I'm using this black fabric to basically replicate these antenna thingies because I didn't like how it looked with the ribbon. I don't know how it's gonna look with the leather either. Should I try that? I guess I would just have to cut it. Okay, actually this doesn't look horrible. I think I'm gonna run a stitch through it first. I have to rethread the sewing machine. It's kind of sticky because of the leather, so it's not really sliding. Now I'm gonna stitch these on with the sewing machine, the face of Teru and the eyes of Den. Yes, I learned their names because it's not my first rodeo, let's just say that, okay? Okay, now I have to switch the thread out to be white again so I can continue sewing the rest of everything. It's getting late. I have to go to sleep. I was only able to do Teru. Still working on Den, so I think I'll do that tomorrow. And everything is like mostly done. Sorry for the mess. But this is a comparison of like before. It was looking crusty, dusty, musty. I'm so happy I decided to make it again. Even though it's not perfect, it's a lot better. The mouth is a little wrinkly, but honestly, if you mess around with it enough, it'll go away. So don't even worry about it. I'm gonna put the clips on in the back tomorrow, and then I have to finish up Den. Yep, that's gonna be him. He looks a little humongous right now, but when you stitch him together and stuff, hopefully he will look more proportional to Teru. And then I only have to do the little clips in the back. I'm just gonna take these ones. That will be it. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that the next part that you'll see in this video will be me finishing up these clips, because like, why am I still here? Yes, I'm wearing the same sweater, okay? Don't judge me. Anyways, I'm gonna draw the swirl on it, and I really wanna showcase the ladybug somehow. Adorable. I think this is like the closest color I have, and I kind of like that it is like a variation of like different colors, but the other two blues I have are these. Also, look, I tried to make Pascal from Animal Crossing as this bobbin winder. Yeah, I only have like really pastel blues. I don't think it will go, honestly. There's not enough contrast. So I'm just gonna go with this one, even though it's not fully accurate to the game one, if you can see it. Like the shell isn't 100% accurate anyway, so we'll be okay. I decided to change because I think I'm pretty close to getting done, and I want to do the before and after shots today, so I had to change. So hi again, I guess. Before embroidering this, I want to make sure the eyes and the face are good to go, and this is what I have so far. I am not 100% sure I love it, but it does look a little better than this. And I'm gonna stitch these together, put on the antennas, and then that way I have a better idea of how big to make the shell, and I thought that would be better. So yeah, great. And Teru is done. What do we think? Not horrible compared to her twin. I think I came a long way. Take a long time, but I think it was worth it. What do you think? I hope so, at least. I'm gonna attach everything and then clip the little pins on. I'm gonna take them off of this and put them behind the newer versions, and then that's gonna be it. Oh, I feel like it's too big. Okay, I just gotta stitch these on and then I am done. Oh well guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like the video on your way out and subscribe if you want to see more crafty videos from me, because I want to start doing more crafts. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.